Hi, it's Uncle Bear. It is week 18 of my project hosted on Patreon. This session is Experiments with Embracing Spring, Leaning into Joy, a Vibrant Possibilities Romp. And week 18's theme is admiration. I would not have thought of this theme, and it was presented to me by a patron. And then I talked with my beloved who I'm staying with, and they both agreed that it was a great topic. And I thought, yes. And at the same time, I thought, admiration, appreciation, those things seem pretty, yeah. And I've wanted to do a week on appreciation, and I thought, I'm going to go with this. I did a little exploration of the shuns. And what I found is that admiration has its root in wonder. And then I was like, okay, I'm sold. If you have your root in wonder, I want my root in wonder. That is what I want. And so admiration has its root in wonder, and it's actually to regard upon with wonder, to marvel at. Something that you like, someone that you respect. This is what stimulates our sense of admiration. And I really like that wonder part. The whole awe, wonder, marveling, all those kind of experiences and feelings really get me and get me good. I kind of feel like admiration is part of the flavor in the house of wonder. And that's cool. I like that. I'm going to really think about this in terms of how do I experience admiration? So the experiments this week are going to be looking at what admiration is, of course, and how I experience it. Today, it's Monday, so we're going to get our brain holes around this idea of admiration. I know I've been having to do that. And I really am curious about the questions, the who, what, where, when, why, all that kind of stuff. Who do you admire? What's admiration to you? What do you admire? When do you feel yourself in that kind of space? How do you express your admiration? Where on the planet do you admire? What cultures, what communities, what nations, what geographic places? Just you can really get into all those nooks and crannies of admiration and have a foundation for yourself as we move into this week's experiments. I think going back to wonder, though, is going to be the key for me. I do want to have a whole week on awe, and I want a whole week on wonder, and I want a whole week on appreciation. All those things are really part of what makes me hum in the world. So this week, with admiration as its focus, I think about focus. When you admire something, you're focusing on it, you're noticing it, you're paying attention to it. And for some reason, the thing, the person, the idea stimulates you and makes you like it, marvel at it, wonder at it, have respect for it. Admiration is also tied to status a little bit. So we tend to admire those people with higher status. I don't really like that. I want to turn the word status in some other kind of way. I wish as a species we could be in a different relationship with the hierarchy of status, right? Who do we favor more? Because I think that is bullshit. I think that is so much bullshit. The people that I admire most in the world tend not to be the most successful. They tend to be those who are the values that I cherish. So I'm also thinking about admiration has a lot to do with what you value. So knowing what you value first, of course, is probably going to be helpful. So wonder about that. That's the experiment today. Wonder about wonder. Wonder about admiration. And the who, what, where, when, why, how, all that kind of stuff. For this exercise today, I really encourage you to go into the why a little bit, which most of the time I don't recommend because why has an association sometimes for certain people of guilt. And ugh, I don't like that. This exercise, though, I think it's maybe instructive to think about, why do you admire XYZ, right? What is it about it? So, I change my whys into what's most of the time, and I'm going to give myself permission today to ask some whys and to be very gentle and open with them. That's the topic. If you are liking these shenanigans with me, if you're seeing this on Facebook, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get notified when I upload. I upload several times a week. Also, if you're interested, visit my work on Patreon. Subscriptions start $5 a month. It's a great deal, and I would so appreciate your support. And always, always, I'm so grateful for this experience. I'm excited about this. This is one of those, though, that I really kind of feel a little lost. I mean, I know how to admire people. I know how to appreciate people. And I wonder, do I know how to admire people? How is that different? So I'm going to find out some stuff this week. Have wonderful weeks. Have glorious weeks. May springtime, if you're in the northern hemisphere, be unfolding for you beautifully. If you're in the southern hemisphere, may the coming of autumn and fall fill you with coziness, and know that I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. We do this thing together. We do this thing together.